Hello viewers, welcome to Corpo Any. Online grocery node app API inside today need to see this here the product review. After creating order completed, then to user give this here the product review. Need to creating here. First of all, now need to making here the API for the orders. Now need to one modifications are the need these tables. Now need to open here the glossary app tables and to find out here the review detail tables and now need to go inside the structures and to add this here the one columns after the review id go here and to give this here the name order underscore id and defaults need to set here 0 value and to save here like these modifications are the needs here and to configures are the settings and now need to export first of all and to put this here the database like here. Now we need to write down here the one API for the add review. Rate review. My order afters need to write down here the app dot post bracket inside slash API app slash product order product review order product review add. Now we need to pass here the parameters request response. This creates here the function operators. Now first of all now need to print here the request dot body and after where request object is equal to request body like this we need to write down here. Then after now need to check this here the access tokens so need to check here pass here the request order headers then after need to pass here the response object and to return this here the user object and function operators like this need to write down here and to verify here the valid user are the accessing this API like this checks here then after need to check this here the parameters first of all need to write down here the helper dot check parameter valids need to calls inside the past here the response object then after the request objects and to give this here the check key need this here the product id and after need this here the order id and need to needs here the rating and review message like these parameters are the needs for the orders need to checking here these parameters are the required if well then to return here these function operators and now need to give this here the review first of all now need to verify here this order id and product id are the match or not so need to check here so need to write down here the db dot query need to write down here first of all now need to select here the tables and to find out here the order detail tables need to check that here od and right here inner join and now need to give this here the details tables as I need to give this here the alias cd and on methods need to write here the cd dot order underscore id slash equal to od dot order underscore id, like the checks here, and also need to check here inner product details as pd on to write down here and insert brackets inside. We need to pass this here the key cd dot order underscore id slash need to give this here the pd dot product underscore id. Over here to paste this here if not equal to 0, and to this inner joins need to write down here where conditions no needs here need to check here and od dot order id question mark, like this need to check here the value and to pass here. Now need to cut and to paste this here, set here double quotes and double quotes over here, like now need to write down here the query and we need to pass this here the value request object dot order id, and also and conditions need to apply here ed dot product underscore id question mark, and now need to pass also here request object dot product id. Like this parsings are the needs because need to verify these orders given any review or not, so need to check here and cross verify. First parameter to get this here the errors and result. Now need to check here the if conditions error, then to throw here the HTML errors, pass this here errors and response, return these functions. Now need to check results length more than 0, then to find this here the products are valids. If you not find, then to return this here the response sessions, pass here the status, while status need to pass here invalid orders. Like this we need to check here and to configures need to need here, maybe here make mistake. Now need to copy and paste. Like these configurations are the needs here and to configures. Also need to check here the tables glossary, and now need to go inside the cart tables and to pass here the only product id. like this. Write down here, make mistake into fix this here the issue and to configure here. Now need to get here the od dots order underscore id like this. Write down here and to configures. Now if you get this here the like these products and also need to make sure semicolons and to another query you need to write down. Also need to check given any review for this order id. Now need to check here, select query, write down here, select star from and to write down here the review id from and to set this here the table names glossary and to select this here the review details and where conditions need to write down here order underscore id and product underscore id and check here user underscore id, check here and also need to make sure these orders for these users od dot user underscore id like this here and also need to pass here u object dot user id like this configures and again now need to copy and to give this here the second query value cut here this and to paste here, set this like here the orders and make sure here give this here the semicolons also and also need to set here semicolons. Now need to save here and also check here the status is equal to 1 like this configures are the needs here and to configures. Now need to check here 0 and now if need to check result 1 dot length more than 0 and to return this here the response already give, given review like this set here. If not, then to write down here the insert query. Write down here the db dot query and to write down here the insert query. Now need to go here, select here the query and to write down here the inserts. Remove here the review ID. Need to set here the rate message status non needs need to remove modification dates no needs like this need to needs insert paste here and now need to pass here the question mark 1 order id then product id then user id and rate and last one is message like these parameters we need to pass. Now one by one's value need to given this here. First one need to give this here the request dot order id, then after need to give this here the request object dot product id, then after need to give this here the users id like this sets. After need to give this here the rating value need to pass here the rating, then after need to pass here the request dot review message, copy and need to paste this here like this value need to pass here and to configures, Then after now need to return this callbacks errors and results, so need to returning here this SQL query and semicolons. Now also need to check against if errors, then to write down here helper dot throw HTML errors passed first of all the error parameters, then response objects, and return this here these functions. If need to check here the gets here the results and to return here the successfully, otherwise else parts. Copy and to paste this here and to write down here the single quote inside the L against copy set here success, give this here the one review given successfully. Need to fix this here the typo successfully. Like this message you need to pass here if you like this creating here the API for the order product add review API. Need to individually give this here the review because need to some order inside the multiples order products are the put in order, that's why need to manually given this here the rating particular products. That's why need to like this here the condition. First of all need to check this here the compare already review are given so or not, so need to check here if givens, then to not and to return this here the already given the review, like this return here the message. If not, then to insert this here the review in database. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.